This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with my beautiful model Kathy, who you've seen on my channel before. We are shooting at this really cute waterfall here in California, and I want to show you a little behind the scenes, so let's get started. Starting with film as well. So I want to match the settings, and then 320th of a second and f2.8. Beautiful. Oh yes, so gorgeous. I want to share with you a few tips that I learned through my photography about shooting next to bodies of water when I take portraits. First thing first is I use a fast shutter speed to capture the water as is. If you want the water to look very smooth and flowy, like you can see in some nature pictures, you will have to use a slower shutter speed. I usually stick to 200 or 250 and higher because it helps me freeze that motion of the water. Secondly, let's quickly talk about the light. I know that usually I say shoot first thing in the morning or later in the afternoon, but when it comes to shooting at the waterfall, midday is actually kind of a good time just because the light can be kind of funky, and because it's usually pretty covered by trees and other brush, it is not getting as much light as other areas. So obviously depending on the waterfall, this particular one we shot midday, I think probably around 3, and it was actually perfect. There was no harsh shadows. We were working with very nice light because it was still pretty hidden behind all the brush, and we were getting enough light to have the perfect exposure on my model. Beautiful. Would you be down to wet yourself in the dress? If not, that's totally fine. I think it just would look very nice wet, but we don't have to. If you prefer not to, that's totally fine. Whenever I style my models for photo shoots, I go two ways. I either color match or I contrast completely from the background. And in this particular situation, Kathy had this most beautiful red dress that stood out so nicely against the foliage and the waterfall, so I thought it would be a perfect choice for this. Whenever I work in nature, I always try and get my models looking as natural as possible, and as soon as I saw the dress on Kathy, I knew I wanted to wet it. I wanted to wet her hair, make it real sleek, and when we got the sitting shots right next to the waterfall, I was in heaven. It was such a good shot. The water was just running perfectly, the water on her face and her hair, the way the dress was clinging to her body, it was literal perfection. So if you have a strong feeling towards doing something, always try it out because you might be very pleasantly surprised. Perfect. Come on, close your eyes. Anytime I shoot at the waterfall or outside in general, I always try and incorporate as much background as possible. So I always go ahead and take a large variety of crops. I usually go for a close-up, half body, full body, and a few that are very, very wide because I want to play with my surroundings and show what's happening. As you can see here in these examples, I've taken a bunch of them, and it's kind of nice to have something that is a bit more closer. It feels a bit more intimate, and then some stuff that is really far away that shows the entire landscape and makes my model integrate into the background a little bit more. Careful. Oh, that's actually beautiful as well. That's amazing. Oh, yes. Whenever I'm at the waterfall, I love to use the foliage to create natural frames within the pictures. Unfortunately, here in this one, there wasn't really anything for me to work with, but I'll attach a quick clip from my recent trip where I was using leaves to frame myself in the picture of a waterfall. So I definitely recommend always looking out for that. If there is any branches and stuff that you can play with, it always makes the picture that much more interesting. Go straight there, over there, yes. And what if you push, yes, just like that, you push yourself a little bit off. Whenever I'm shooting at the waterfall, I always make sure to take extra good care of my equipment. There is a lot of water, a lot of mist, and it can damage. I actually lost my iPhone like that on a photo shoot in Bali. I was shooting at my retreat and we were by this big waterfall, and water got into my phone and it got completely destroyed. And I also got some water damage to my Sony a7R IV. So always cover your hot shoe. I didn't realize that that's where the damage comes from, but a lot of the time if your hot shoe mount gets wet, that's where the damage happens. So make sure to always have these little hot shoe covers. You can get them on Amazon for a few dollars, but it's definitely worth the investment, or you might have to pay the price like I did. Look at me. Yes. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Keep it. Beautiful. Cool. Love it. That's amazing. So I think the one where you were kind of like sideways, remember? Yes. And look at me. 1 second, I'll just zoom in a little. Beautiful. Ooh, yeah, look at me. Perfect. Wait. I don't want to step on the rock again. I just don't want to eat shit mostly. 1 second. Oh, it's so slippery. Oh my God. Come on. I'm stuck. I know. Wow, this is gonna be some prime YouTube content. It's me floating. Fighting for my life. Do the same thing now. I just want kind of like a close-up of your face, basically. Beautiful. And super dreamy. You can close your eyes, look around, and let me do it on the phone. 1, 2, 3. What if you lift one of the legs up? If you bend one of the legs, the closer leg, if you bend it, bend the leg. Yes, yes. Now you're good. Beautiful. And look at me. And chin up a little bit. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Great. Cool. I'm thinking because it's already 5:30, I think we could probably change you because we have so many nice ones and the red dress is just going to be the same thing over and over. I feel like I would rather just do more outfits.
So the waterfall is actually a bit of a hike. I think it was around 35 to 40 minutes each way. So by the time we got there, we took a bunch of shots for maybe 30 or 40 minutes and then we decided to head back so we can go straight to the beach for sunset because I had more ideas to shoot and Kathy was thankfully willing to go ahead and do it with me.
It's time to have a word from our sponsor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Squarespace offers intuitive tools to build websites as unique as your art. One of the features that I'm absolutely thrilled about is the Fluid Engine. With its next-generation website design system, unlocking unbreakable creativity has never been easier. Starting with a best-in-class template, you can customize every design detail effortlessly using the reimagined drag-and-drop technology. It's seamless on both desktop and mobile, allowing you to stretch your imagination online. For someone like me who values a unique, visually stunning website, Fluid Engine is a game-changer. And photographers, listen up. Squarespace isn't just about beautiful websites. It's also a powerful tool for selling your photography. With the online store features, whether it's physical prints or digital downloads, Squarespace provides everything you need to start selling online. It's like having your own photography store at your fingertips. Now, here's something that sets Squarespace apart: appointments. Accept booking for its private sessions, workshops, or group classes directly on your website. Manage your schedule, accept secure payments, and even send automatic reminders. It's a lifesaver for us photographers who wear multiple hats. And speaking of showcasing your work, Portfolios and Galleries feature is a dream for photographers. Professional designs, customizable galleries, and the option to add password-protected pages. It's the perfect platform to present our visual stories to the world. But wait, there's more. Monetize your creativity with member areas. Sell exclusive access to sections of your website, turning your passion into a source of income. It's like having your own VIP section for your most dedicated followers.
Now, I know you're eager to get started. Head to squarespace.com/Anita for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you'll receive 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So, fellow photographers, make your online presence as stunning as your photography. I will see you on Squarespace.
When we got to the beach, it was actually about to be golden hour and it was kind of perfect because it gave us around 30 to 40 minutes again to work on the photos, and I think it's such a good amount of time. Unfortunately, that particular day I knew that the tide was going to be high, and for those of you who are familiar with Malibu beaches, once the tide is high you literally have no beach. So we ended up going to El Matador and just taking some photos on the coast. We were able to stick around on the top just by the very entrance of the beach and take some pretty photos. The beach itself is really beautiful. It has a lot of rock formations and it's very picturesque, so you don't really have to be on the bottom to take these photos. Obviously it would be nice, but it's not necessary. It was extremely busy, as you will see in this video. There was a lot of people there, so we were kind of trying to stay out of everybody's way because we were in the main walkway, so that definitely created some difficulties, but overall we managed to work around everybody, so it was really good. Even though I am usually a morning shooter, I do appreciate a good golden hour. I feel like the light is so beautiful and soft and it's just so workable. Whenever I'm shooting backlit during golden hour, I know I'm going to get a lot of overexposed sky, and I kind of want to avoid that because it's not my favorite. It worked in this case for some of the shots because she had a white shirt, but overall it's not my go-to look. So I will always make sure to position my model in a way that consists of as much filled background and as little white sky. For example, in this particular picture, I got her to squat down, and it helped a little bit because I could be above her and shoot to below, so I got the view of the beach instead of just the plain sky, and I think it made the shot look so much more interesting. When we started the photo shoot, the sun was still relatively high and there was an overpowering golden glow in the picture. And I know it looks kind of nice in some of them, but it does actually get too much in a lot of the others. So I decided to play around and take some direct sunlight photos first against these red rocks because I thought that they looked pretty interesting. And then once the sun set behind the hill, I actually took some photos of Kathy backlit, and as you see, created this very soft golden glow, which I am really in love with. I think it gave us such a nice light to work with. It was very soft on her. It wasn't super overexposed on the background as well, so it was a great compromise.
That's a wrap for today's shoot. We finished at this beach. We are done for the day. Such a good day of work. I love it. I can't wait for you guys to see all the images. Well, you've seen them already, but technically. Make sure to subscribe to Kathy on all the social media. I'm going to link her down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Bye.